really enjoyed having her in the class, and I know you're going to enjoy her too. How about a big round of applause for Kay Perrin? Let her hear it, Kay.
Hey there, thanks for coming out tonight. We heard earlier that there's some people here for the first time in Florida, visiting Florida. We have a saying for that, WTF. Welcome to Florida. Yeah. For the residents in Florida, we just say, what the fuck, every time we listen to the evening news and the Florida boy in Tallahassee says something else. Do you know that they sell adult booster seats? Online. I bought mine the other day, and it's the very first time that I have ever been able to see over the steering wheel instead of through it. And my sippy cup with Ensure fits right there in that little holder. It is so easy. I just love it. I went to the gym the other day, and I noticed that they changed the name of Yoga for Seniors to Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Is that fair? No, that's not fair. I was talking to my personal trainer, and he said, if you would just swim a little bit more, maybe you could lose some weight. And I looked at him, and I said, how's that working out for the whales? I'm not swimming anymore. I wanted to change up my routine, though, so I hopped on the treadmill. And in a few minutes, people were walking by staring at me. So I just went back to jogging on the treadmill. Some of you didn't get that. I recently bought an electric bike, and it costs 3 times more than my first car, just to give you an idea. And so I'm into safety, very into safety for my electric bike. So every time I ride my bike, I put on my padded bike shorts, my reflective vest, and my helmet. And then I adjust the seat just right, check the odometer, and start pedaling after I plug in my stationary bike. Just want to be safe. Since I turned 70, I keep thinking about what is the difference between being 70 and the decade of the 70s. I see a few of you remember the decade of the 70s. So for a first example, in the 1970s, all the young women, you remember what we wore. We had lace silky panties and push-up bras. That was weird. Now, being the age of 70, comfortable cotton panties, and some women have this harness Velcro thing to saddle up those boobs. Also, in the 70s, 1970s, we were repulsed if anybody had uneven tan lines. Remember that? But now, the surgical scars that we've collected over the years, those are basically badges of honor for survival. So, yes, in the 70s, we smoked pot with our friends to get high. And now, or as a gentleman in the back, 37 years, and now, at least me, I'm only speaking for myself, I'm chewing gummies by myself in bed, hoping to improve my sleep. Yeah. the 1970s, if we wanted a hot date, you'll remember this, you would spend your last 10 bucks on birth control and pills, beer, and you would have a hot date. Hot date in the age of the 70s always involves a heating pad. That's how it goes. Yes, in the 1970s, our drink of choice was tequila shots. Yep, that would take you into the wee hours of the morning. Now, at age 70, you do Metamucil shots with a chaser of juice. But one thing you have to remember is those two things, those two situations, each one of them, you were looking for some action. If you are, thank you. Some of you might be working on your will. So just giving you, I see the ages, you know, it's Sarasota and Bradenton. So I made my will very, very simple, so it's straightforward for my kids. Being of sound mind and body, comma, I spent all the money. Thanks a bunch.
Let her hear it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, help me bring up the next